This is Off Track.
A successful season would be to get a third title.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
But I think the one to watch is Abby pulling.
Abby pulling.
Abby pulling.
Taking home some pots.
And I ended up breaking my back.
Expectations are nothing less than to win the championship.
Welcome to the 2022 W Series season. We've got new drivers, new teams, and new tracks. There's a lot to get excited about. We're back on the Formula One calendar across 8 race events, with double headers at our opening weekend in Miami, as well as Mexico for the season finale in October.
Lights out, W Series is underway.
The races will be 30 minutes long, plus 1 lap, which will be activated once the clock is ticked down to 0.
That was brave stuff.
So how do the drivers score points? Well, it's a familiar 25 points for a win, down to 1 point for 10th place.
Brilliant victory.
But strip back those liveries and the drivers are all racing mechanically identical Tata's Formula 3 cars.
Oh, look at this.
It's a level playing field and the best driver wins. So let's go racing.
That is precisely what W Series is all about.
After a busy week of pre-season testing in Barcelona last month, your final driver lineup has been confirmed. So here's your starting grid for the 2022 season.
This is one of the things that W Series is trying to create, a learning platform, an opportunity to showcase women in motorsport.
I'm on another level. It's time to rise, time to push it to the metal.
W Series is underway.
Jess Hawkins.
It's all happening.
Alice Powell. It's good, yeah?
Cross the line, you gon' pay for it.
Marta Garcia.
That move was unbelievable.
Fabienne Volvend. Okay, wait, I have to think. How do I say
I'm
this?
a world wonder, striking like thunder. You can never stop me.
Jamie Chadwick.
She retains her crown in some style.
She has found something that no one else has.
Chloe Chambers.
Can you see me now?
Emma Kymäläinen.
Brilliant victory for Emma Kymäläinen.
Teresa Babikova.
I'm a big dog. Give me what's mine. I want it all.
Belen Garcia. Enea Marti. What?
Oh, this is looking good.
Are we pulling?
Yeah.
That was brave stuff.
Bruna Tomazelli.
It's a Brazilian foot.
Sarah Moore.
It's the rise.
Abby Eaton's moved up.
Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Down the inside when it mattered.
Crime by design.
Pushing for all she's worth.
Yeah.
Bianca Bustamante.
Yeah. You can't stop the pressure. Nah.
Welcome back to Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm here with Chloe Chambers, who's about to try the challenge for the first time. The goal is to get all of her race equipment on and get in the car as fast as possible. Think you're ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's try this then. In 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, interesting. She's starting with the balaclava this time. Got it on nicely there. It's going to be quite interesting to put on a helmet, your boots on with a helmet on. But let's see how it goes. Okay, she's got the first boot on. Second one's on. Okay, she's tying them up. Good girl. That's good. She's not going to lose any points there. She's just about, okay, struggling on the second lace. Okay, it's on. Hands device. She's going to clip it in. She's clipping it in. She's clipping it in. She hasn't forgotten anything so far, so no penalty seconds as of yet. First glove is on. Second glove. Oh, there's a struggle on the second glove. Okay, she's got it on. And she's in the car. Steering wheel's in. Oh, it's not on yet. Struggle with the steering wheel. Is it on? Is it on? Is it on? Oh, she's struggling a lot. She's losing a lot of time here with the steering wheel. Okay, it's on. Chloe Chambers' time is just over 1 minute. Okay, so Chloe, you managed to do the challenge in just over 60 seconds. Are you happy with that result?
Not really, but I mean, I tried my best, and it was a lot more difficult than I thought.
So the beauty is you didn't lose any seconds, you didn't get any penalty seconds, you put everything you needed to have on, so that was great. But you lost a lot of time with the steering wheel. Talk us through what went wrong there.
Yeah, so the steering wheel, the wheels weren't perfectly straight, so I kind of had to figure out how it was turned, and eventually I got it on, but it took me a while.
You did, and it was done in 1 minute, so that's pretty good. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
A returning champion, a competitive group hoping to go one better than last season, and some brand new faces. Here's the breakdown of who to watch out for this season.
I mean, of course, all the smart money will be on Jamie Chadwick. She's proved that not only is she one of the best, if not the best young female driver out there, she's one of the best young drivers out there in any kind of motorsport. But Abby Pulling was on pole position for the last race we had in Austin, and I think she can actually break into that and challenge for the championship this year.
I should mention Alice Powell, just to make up for years gone by. Her protege as well, Abby Pulling, is a phenomenal talent. Obviously, there's the ones that we know, your Jamie Chadwicks, your Emma Kimmelainens, you know, they've not got any slower. And then there's an unknown quantity of people that I personally haven't seen yet, you know, in anger on a racetrack alongside. So my top three consists of about 12 people, so apologies for that.
It's going to be a really interesting balance to see, one, how the rookies come in, how those young drivers from last year respond, and then also the reaction from our more experienced drivers. So whilst I'm not kind of ready to put myself or put my name down for the top three just yet, I think it's going to be an exciting year.
So Jamie Chadwick, obviously the driver to beat, but if you look further back, Alice Powell is going to want revenge. Slightly too strong? Might not be. She wants that first W Series title. Emma Kimmelainen for years has known that if she stitches it all together, she's going to have a real run at the title. But I think the one to watch is Abby Pulling. In the points every single time she's been in a W Series race, on pole for the last race that she had. I think she could be a surprise contender, not just for the top three, but for the title.
I mean, I think, to be honest, it would be hard to bet against, obviously, Jamie Chadwick, who's won the last two championships. Alice Powell ran her really close last year, so I think those two would probably be my top two favourites.
This must be the most competitive lineup we've ever seen at W Series, so picking a winner will be too hard to call. But one thing I know for sure is that they've all been inspired to win for a very long time.
My racing inspiration was initially my dad. He loves motorsport, but never had the chances to do anything himself. So he initially bought my big brother Raphael a go-kart, and they kind of like dragged me with it. And when I did my first couple of laps, I just opened a visor and told my dad, "Dad, I want to be a professional racing driver." And since I'm 7 years old, I'm chasing that dream. So I'm very excited to be back with W Series, back in professional racing, and yeah, live my dream, racing to get alongside Formula One this season.
From just outside of the city limits of Austin, Texas, this is W Series. It's a brilliant racetrack, it's an amazing occasion, and it's a fantastic championship.
So unfortunately, at the end of last year, at the last round in Austin, I ended up breaking my back, and it was quite unspectacular. I wouldn't even kind of call it an accident.
And that is Abby Eaton pulled to the side of the road. And Abby Eaton is taking the steering wheel out. She's going to be our first retirement of the day.
I ran over a sausage curb, and it basically kind of jumped me and landed me directly on another sausage, which basically broke my back. It fractured T4 and T5 and put me in a brace for 4 months. So recovery is going really well. I'm kind of ahead of where we kind of envisaged, which is really good. Basically, I'm doing everything I can, you know, up to where the medical profession say I can push to. So I'm feeling good. Obviously, up and around and at a racetrack again, so I'm happy. The worst part for me in terms of recovery was just like being reliant on people. You know, with the brace on, I wasn't able to drive, and you know, certainly in the kind of early part of recovery, you know, even sitting up to like have my dinner was painful. So I was kind of laid down a lot of the time eating, and like I couldn't nip to the shops. You know, it was almost like I was a prisoner in my own home. But I guess I kind of viewed it as, you know, that was my job, was to recover and to get better in that time period. The fans are very invested in my recovery. You know, every day it's like, when are you getting back in car, like what are you doing? And you know, they're really invested in, you know, what am I doing with this exercise and how will it affect me, and will that make you get in car, you know, earlier and stuff like that. So yeah, they've been kind of, you know, cheering me along and supporting me on the way. you know, it's always nice to have fans abroad and, you know, all over the world, and American fans, like, they are so passionate about motorsport. And you know, certainly last year when we were in Austin, when I ended up, you know, being lifted out and into the ambulance, I could hear everyone cheering, you know, that I was kind of got out and that I was actually okay. So yeah, I think they're just going to bring energy, passion, and probably a lot of beer as well.
The season opener is just around the corner, and it all starts at a brand new track. Here's everything you need to know about the special circuit in Miami. A temporary track with a permanent field will provide a street racing vibe on a course that works its way around the outside of the Miami Dolphins' world-famous Hard Rock Stadium. 36 different layouts were simulated before settling on this 19-turn, 5.41-kilometer track. In qualifying, consistency will be crucial, with the first race order being decided by the driver's fastest lap time and the second race being decided by their second fastest lap time. It being a new track, there are plenty of overtaking opportunities, with tight left-handed turns and turn 11 and 17 being two areas to pay particular attention to. On a largely flat track, there are some elevation changes between turns 13 and 16, with the drivers having to pay close attention to turn 14 and 15 that has an uphill approach and a crest in the middle and then drops down on the exit. While we have 18 drivers starting the season as equals, only one can be champion. So what would each competitor describe as a successful season?
Expectations are nothing less than to win the championship title with Puma.
To get a third title.
Learning from every race weekend and progressing and taking home some pots.
So we just do our best, we learn every time, and we keep on progressing, improving.
A successful season to me is winning.
Lots of P1 trophies.
It's consistent top 5 results.
And obviously I want to win.
To finish in the top 3.
It's so close, I can taste it. So make sure you don't miss the start of the season in Miami in just a few days. Join us here next time to find out what went down in round 1.